it really gave me a sense of joy for our community.
The LGBTQ plus community in East Tennessee calls a ruling by the Supreme Court monumental. The High Court ruled employers cannot discriminate against workers based on sexual orientation or gender status. The 6-3 majority noted a key provision in the Civil Rights Act of 1964 was bias against gay, lesbian, and transgender workers. Activists call it a win for more than 8 million American workers, and 10 News reporter Shannon Smith looks at the impact of the ruling here in East Tennessee and the road ahead.
It's Pride Month. 5 years since gay marriage was legalized, and now LGBTQ plus people are celebrating another legal step toward equality.
Well, this ruling is extremely important because it actually empowers people of the LGBTQ plus community to be able to work without the fear of being fired for just being who they are.
Knox Pride Vice President Victoria Scott says this is a real fear for many.
Even though we were allowed to have the right to marry, if that were to have gotten out at work and someone didn't approve, then they could have found a reason to fire you.
UT graduate and trans woman Hara J. Brown says this legislation is good, but not enough.
It can be a win at the same time, but it's not the end point. I want trans existences to exist beyond the labor that we can produce and the capital that we can reproduce through marriage.
Even with the support from Knoxville Mayor India Kincannon, Brown thinks Knoxville has work to do.
What does this do to actually support queer liberation? What does this do to actually support our most marginalized?
Both women say the law has a long way to go to fully accept the LGBTQ plus community.
There has to be a tangible material transition of wealth, of power, and of resources to our most vulnerable communities.
They say they need the support of allies to make real change.
That we really want is to be heard, to be understood, and as a human.
Shannon Smith, 10 News.